Hello, my name is Ben Lovegrove, and in this video I'd like to express some thoughts in relation to Operation Mockingbird and how our opinions and attitudes today are still heavily influenced by the media. This may not be news to some people, but from time to time it's worth reviewing the basics, even if you're familiar with them, and for the benefit of those who've never considered them. Think of it like course correction. If you're a pilot or a sailor, you'll know that keeping on track involves frequent checks of your actual position and subsequent adjustments to your heading in order to correct any deviation or drift. Operation Mockingbird was the name given to an alleged CIA infiltration of the news media in the USA with the intention of manipulating people to such an extent that they could influence the opinions and attitudes of US citizens. It is alleged that reports and stories were planted in the media, other reports were altered or pulled on the instruction of the CIA, and that many newspapers and TV stations had CIA agents embedded within them, or civilian staff who were recruited by the CIA to carry out their instructions. It is said that Operation or Project Mockingbird ran from the 1950s to the 1970s, and included attempts to not only influence domestic but also international opinion about foreign leaders, foreign policy and the actions of the US government. These were of course pre-internet days, so the media consisted of a lot of print media and fewer radio and TV stations than we have today. So this form of manipulation of opinions and ideas must have been a lot easier, with the result that foreign leaders could be demonized, while US foreign and domestic policy could be given popular support. This story alone is a big topic, and it has been researched and covered by authors in various books. So if you want to know more about it, then I suggest you seek them out. Today, in the 21st century, with our access to limitless amounts of news and media, you might think that such activities were no longer possible. But it would seem that these attempts to control what people think continue. They have simply adapted the new technology to suit their own ends. We are all familiar with the idea of fake news and conspiracy theories. But how can we ever be sure the news is actually fake, or if the conspiracy theory is in fact true? If we discover that one conspiracy theory is actually true, it doesn't follow that more or all conspiracy theories are also true. Nor does one piece of fake news that turns out to be real mean that all fake news stories are also real. It could be said that instead of enlightening us, the information age has made us more confused and more easily manipulated. We are rich in data and knowledge, but poor in wisdom. How do you form your opinions about anybody or anything? We are herd-like beings, preferring the general consensus than being outside the comfort zone and challenging the accepted ideas. People tend to read and listen to the media outlets that tell one side of the story. There is no real impartiality unless you yourself seek it out by listening to all sides of the story. And you have to be prepared to admit, from time to time, that you were wrong and to change your opinion. I suspect most people would agree with this, but few ever actually practice it. We've seen how the big topics of the past 3 decades have polarized opinion. The Iraq Wars, climate change, Trump, Brexit, etc. Rather than debate the issues, listening to both sides of the argument and countering with well-researched counter-arguments, too many people settle for the echo chamber created by the herd to which they belong. They then hurl abuse to the others, the non-believers, the far left or the far right, whoever they may be. They attack the person, not the point, and if they can't undermine them through allegations of scandal or corruption, they simply no-platform them, refusing to allow them a voice. And even if you change your opinion on something and move to another herd, you can end up doing the same thing but from a different direction. So with access to all this information, what means do we have to determine what is real and what is fake? The answer, of course, is our own discernment. We have to remember to question everything and not allow ourselves to be spoon-fed opinions. This sounds easy, but of course it can be difficult. Work, family time, rest, and recreation take up most of our time. Not everyone can devote hours to research or double the amount of news. But we can be selective about what we allow to enter our brains. Motivational speakers and entrepreneurs often remind us that we should only associate with those who resonate with our own goals. In other words, don't mix with negative people who drag you down or who otherwise hinder your progress. Choose those who lift you up and inspire you to succeed. Try the same with the media. Spend less time listening to the endless tally of vicious crimes, corruption, and health scares designed to worry you, and divert your attention to more interesting and inspiring stories that spark your imagination. And when it comes to the big serious issues that are of genuine and real concern and which therefore cannot be avoided, then it's worth ensuring you hear all the arguments for and against. Which foreign leaders, political opponents, whistleblowers, and activists have been demonized by the media in recent years? Which ones are praised and held up as shining examples to us all? What is your reaction to and opinion of military actions, acts of terrorism, and dramatic accidents? And what feelings do you have towards people of a particular ethnicity, religion, political viewpoint, or social group if you've never actually met any and listened to them face to face? Are your feelings and opinions your own, or ones you've adopted from the media, your colleagues, or your social circle? In conclusion, be alert for fake news, as it may not be labelled as such, and the news they're telling you is fake might actually be the truth. Question why the media seems hell-bent on ruining someone's reputation rather than talking about what they have to say. Be on your guard for false flags designed to make you believe that you're in danger, that the others are plotting to attack you. On that point, have you noticed how the arms race is moving into space to counter, we are told, threats from foreign powers, and with hints that the next threat may be from outside our home planet? What better way to convince the tax-paying masses of the necessity to weaponize space than to make them fear the ultimate bogeymen, extraterrestrials? Thanks for watching. I hope I've given some ideas to think about. Please like, share and comment so that I know what videos are of interest to you, and subscribe to my channel for the next one.